Okay, hi everyone, and I want to welcome you to your fall 2022 asynchronous fiction course. I'm Professor Martha Witt, and I'm very excited to get started on fiction writing with you all this semester. So I'm going to just share screen here with you and go over a few points in our Blackboard. So when you open up your course, you should see this splash page. And not lots is on here, so don't worry about this part. Go straight to your weekly content folder. That's really where you will see everything that is due each week. Now, you are not going to have the rest of the weeks besides week 1 accessible to you at this point, but I will be opening them up as our semester goes along, and you will be able to see everything that is due during the week in which is labeled by your folder. So for instance, for Monday, August 29th, you are watching this video and you are being sure that you can access our textbook here, which is the Art and Craft of Fiction Writing. It is online. You are also, of course, welcome to purchase a copy if you'd rather have a hard copy, but you do have it online here. And in a second, I'm going to open up our course outline. But everything that is due for the week will be in your folder, okay? I just go over some of the bureaucratic pieces here, but everything is here. So you can scroll down, you will find your discussion board 1, in which I'm asking you to introduce yourself. You will just click on that week 1, discussion 1, and that will open up, and then you will click create thread. And there you will have your discussion 1. You will fill it out here, and then you will submit. Okay, so let's get back to the board. So one thing I do want to mention about your discussion boards is that you, sorry, having a hard time getting back here. All right, back to the weekly content folder there. With your discussion boards, please, 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 and I will repeat this again, do not submit PDFs. This is a very feedback intensive class, and your peers and I will be commenting on your draft. So if you submit a PDF, I cannot give you inline comments, and I will write back to you saying, please submit a Word document or put it right into the text box. If you don't have Word, though you should, I believe all students have access to Word through William Patterson, but you can just write directly into the text box and I can give you comments there. Okay, so here we are. Review our course outline here. I'm going to open that up for you so we can look at that quickly. And I will try with this video, as with all of them, not to make them too long. I know you all have lots to do, and sometimes this is just too much information, right, on a video, but we will go over the basics here. So this is my Zoom link. You will also find that link in your any email I send to you. It's also under announcements. So any meeting that we have, whether or not it's a scheduled office hour or it's a meeting that you've set up with me, it'll all be done through that link. So that makes it pretty streamlined. As you all know, this course is an asynchronous online course, and you are going to be building on much of what you've learned in 2310, or if you're a transfer student, an equivalent to that course. So you can see the prerequisites here, as well as some of the things we're going to be hoping to get you to the end goals that we're working towards. But a lot of those are going to be decided by you. In fact, you're going to see from some of the questions that I ask you for your introductions, and you can do those introductions either as a video or as a written response. But I'm asking you to create some of these goals, because it's more important what your goals are for this course than what mine are. And hopefully we meet somewhere in the middle around that. Okay, so requirements are, your ability to download this text or to have access to it, which should not be difficult. Let me know if for some reason it's not opening for you. A writer's notebook, that is a really big requirement of this class. I asked that it not be a notebook you've written in before. It really should be one dedicated only to this class. Decorate it as you want, or don't decorate it as you don't want, but keep it with you all the time. I want you to actually keep it by your bedside at night, under your pillow, on your nightstand, whatever's comfortable, because I do actually expect that in the night you may wake up and want to write down ideas, or something just grabs you, or you're reading and a word compels you, or you find a phrase that you really think, wow, this is amazing. Write it down. You will forget. I promise you. I have a lot of experience with being very annoyed at myself for not having written things down. So I do ask that you not print out our weekly content folders, just refer to them online. That will be where the most updated information is. I do reserve the right to make slight changes, because I will see as we go along, if there is something I want to review a little bit more, or something I want to add in, those will be reflected there. And I will not do it last minute, I promise you. But if you print it out, you might miss something. So, okay. So you do have 3 assignments in this class, Fiction 1 and Fiction 2. And these will be, the 2 first assignments are your fiction writing assignments that are more sort of straightforward. You're going to be writing a draft. You're going to get peer and my review and edits from both of those. And you'll be rewriting that as your polished, finished draft and submitting it with what I call a process narrative, which is a reflective piece in which you're responding to very specific questions from me, but discussing your process, as well as responding to some fiction we've been reading in class. Your third piece is going to be a podcast. And that you're going to be doing with a peer. I will assign you to your podcast partner. And that is your final project that will be discussed more during the semester, but that will be your final project that you hand in. Okay, so class participation, that is, discussion board really is our primary means for communicating with each other. You are in groups. And I expect that only when I ask you to, it does not have to be with every single post at all. When I ask you to, and it's specifically written in your assignments under your weekly content folder, to comment on your groups. Most of you are in groups of 3. You will comment on the other 2 people in your group. If somebody does not post, you find someone from another peer group to comment on. Okay, so you must be commenting on 2 other people each time. All right, one group has 2 people, and this may change also as the semester goes along, because the population shifts a bit. So, definitely look on announcements. I will also send an email letting you know if and when the groups change. So with drafts and peer responding, you are using questions that I have in your assignment, in your weekly content folders. Again, you'll be able to access those, and you're going to be using those to respond to your peers. And again, we will talk more about this as the semester goes on, but that is an important part of your participation. Because it is a workshop group, I do expect you to post regularly when assigned to do so. That is your participation grade, is really those posts. So that is how I'm taking also your attendance. And you do have a grace period. So I have the date set up. You do have until Friday at 11:59 p.m. of the week in which the assignments are due to post for full credit. Again, I do ask that you try to keep with our schedule, but if you have to wait until Friday, you may do so. The exception is when you have a story draft that needs peer comments, because if you post that late, your peers will not comment, and you need those peer comments in order to revise. So try to stay with the deadline. But again, if you have to push something out off until Friday, 11:59 of the week that it's due, you can still get credit for that. Okay, and you can see the grading breakdown here. I won't go over that. You will be having weekly quizzes, and those will just be covering your reading and your assignments. I'm going to stop there, and you will be seeing and hearing from me again, but I just wanted to give a brief overview of the expectations of this course, introduce myself, and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you. So please do reach out if you have any questions. Do review the syllabus, and we will see each other soon.